Hi guys, this is Stormouse03. Welcome back to my Evil Within 2 100% walkthrough, where we are getting all of the achievements or trophies in this game. This is chapter 13, and I do believe this is the longest chapter that we have from here until the end of the game. So once you clear this one, you are the vast majority of the way through, and you'll have gotten the vast majority of the collectibles. It's a nice chapter, this one, for getting some of your achievements or trophies wrapped up. So we start here in the Marrow after talking to Hoffman, and the first thing that we're gonna do is pick up this assault rifle that belonged to Torres and now belongs to us.
Sorry, Esmeralda. I'll make sure you didn't die for nothing. I'm gonna hunt him down like the dog that he is.
Yes, we are. So that is part of your Powerhouse achievement or trophy for getting all of the weapons. So you definitely want to make sure that you pick that up. And then we are going to grab a couple of other things. This is just, some gunpowder and bullets and weapon parts and stuff. Am I really full up? Yeah, okay. Cool, good business. Make sure that you're topped up on health. I think I am, but just in case. Yeah, we were good. Okay. Okay, I don't think we need to go in there. Actually, we need to go this way. Sometimes it gets confusing in these rooms. It's like, how many times have I turned around and which door is it that I'm supposed to be going through? So it's this one, and we're heading back into the Post Plus area of Union. And so this is the last time that we will visit Union in its current form. We're going to be finishing up a side quest here. We're going to be grabbing a lot more collectibles here and a couple of achievements or trophies, depending on your console. So there's a lot of stuff to do here in 13, and some of it's not easy. We're going to have to be killing a couple of the Harbingers, the Flamethrower guys, because we're going to need a couple of the Flamethrower parts to fix that weapon, both as part of the Powerhouse achievement and for another achievement that we're going to be getting in chapter 14. So, make sure that you're full up on things. Pick up these crafting parts because they definitely are helpful when you need to make your bolts and stuff. And then we're going to come over here and grab this red gel. And so this will be the 7th red gel that you have picked up. Now, note that if you have been going through this guide and you've been watching these videos, this is actually the 8th red gel that I pick up, and that's because I got one out of the lockers that you open up, but that is random, and so I don't count that as red gel number 7, I think it was when I picked it up. I count that as red gel number 10 because it could conceivably be the last one that you get, because you could get all the other ones before that. So just make note of that. That's kind of how I've numbered them in the guide. I think I actually had it wrong when I released that video, that last video of chapter 11. I said that there were 12 red gels, but that's incorrect. There are only 10, and there are 12 high-grade weapon parts. So the one that we got from the locker I count as number 10. So that's that. You can always go into this room and do some upgrades and stuff, but I don't believe that we are going to do that, because we do not need to do that. So there is a coffee maker in here, so make note of that in case you need to use it here in a moment. But first, we have another collectible. So right around this corner, there is a cheeky statue that wasn't there before, but now it is, and we can pick up key number 26. Out of 32. Only 6 more, guys. Only 6 more. And usually there's a fuse in here, so we want to take that, because that means more shock bolts. Oh boy, oh boy. Alright.
Shit. That really is a stronghold.
What's going on in there, Sebastian? STEM is going crazy. It seems like it's becoming even more destabilized.
You don't know the half of it.
I take it you had something to do with it?
I wouldn't have done it if I didn't have to, Kidman. I'm gonna finish this once and for all. I'm gonna save Lily. And I have all the tools I need this time.
Good luck, Sebastian. And keep me posted, okay? It's important that I know what's going on in there so that I can help you again. You get me?
I do. I'll be in touch.
Alright. So now we are going to focus on getting our first Harbinger. So we can come up there, you know, grab him, get a stabby stab in, and run back here to this area. Just trying to be safe here in case anybody followed me in, but they did not. Okay. Okay, so he has finished flaming all of those guys. Oh, we might as well pick up some goo. And he's going to sort of do a little patrol around this back section over here. I'm going to kind of use this cover here. To try to get around behind him, because he does such a wide arc with that flame. It's a little bit ridiculous. It's like you knew I was here. Okay, run and get back on your path, buddy.
You do not heed his call.
Uh-huh. They have spidey sense, man. I am telling you. Spidey sense. They just know where you are.
Embrace his flame.
Okay. That is just out of range in this bush. And if you can get to him while he's in the middle of that animation, then that's really good. That was so weird. Did you see that clipping? That was some crazy, crazy stuff right there. My goodness me. Alright, so we've stabbed him. Now you can just shoot these guys, but they take so many bullets. So many bullets, it's ridiculous. So stabbing is good. You know, you might get clipped by one, kind of like I did. You know, if you try to get around behind them and they turn around a little bit sooner than you think they're going to, or you know, their path was a little bit different than you thought. Like it was. I didn't think that he came up to that corner. But I was wrong and got punished for it. So now we'll wait for him to come back. And you want to try to close the distance on him while he's in the animation of flaming. Because I don't think that he can interrupt that to sort of do the little turnaround on you. This is where having those upgrades to move faster while you are crouched come in a lot of come in handy. Okay. So that was 4 stabs. And it's really nice because you can lose them in these bushes here. The only problem is it's really hard to see through these bushes. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna get to him. I did. 5 stabs. You cannot hide forever from your sins. All right. And 6 stabs. And the nice thing it does for you, the really, really nice thing that it does for you is it checkpoints you there after you kill one of these guys, because they are long, painful processes to kill. So you get a nice amount of green gel from them, and you also get the thing that we really killed them for, the Flamethrower fuel tank.
Just the component I need. Almost almost there.
And so you will notice, and that's not what I wanted to do. I can show you here with crafting, you need 2 of those tanks in order to rebuild the flamethrower. And so we have 1 now, which means, you know, we get to kill another one. Woo! But first, we get to pick up some stuff. So there's a bunch of green gel here from guys that he killed for us. So that was very nice of him. Some little presents that he left there. Alright, so we're going to come in here and grab some weapon parts, but the fuse. Main reason that we came in here was to get a couple of high-grade weapon parts. So if you open up this crate, which will be open if you have done the side quests that we have done up until now, these boxes are open for you, and you can take high-grade weapon parts number 9 out of that box. And once again, it is the 10th one that I have picked up because I got one out of the lockers by opening them up. But once again, those are random, and so I count that as high-grade weapon part number 11 out of 12, because you will get it before you get the last one, because you'll have opened all the lockers before then. So I kind of like to put the numbering not necessarily at where I get those, but where you would definitely get them. So even if it was the last thing that you got out of those lockers, you would get it as, you know, number 11. So just trying to keep all of that straight. And then there is another high-grade weapon parts right here. And so this one is going to be number 10. Look at this guy's head. Gal's head. Clipping through that building. Oh, games. Video games. I love video games. They're so gamey. Okay, so now these flamey guys are wonderful. You're gonna come through here. And now there's a couple that went over the other side, so you want to be careful. But this guy's gonna, you know, do his little look around. And as soon as his flames go away, we're gonna sneak kill him. Then we're going to head over to this guy. Use the car as cover here. And wait for this schmo to turn around. Okay, and then there's the last one over there. And then here's this guy who's going to come out of here and be a jerk. I didn't think he was going to come out of that car just yet. I thought you had to interact with the car. But once again, I was wrong because I'm wrong and dumb and stupid. And I have no idea what I'm doing. But I do know that I'm going to go down here and reset their pattern. Look at that guy. Look at how far down they chase you. Funny. Alright. But this just goes to show you, you don't have to do this stuff perfect. You just have to, you know, run and hide from things. I cannot believe he turned around right there. Like, really? 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 He turned around there? Like, come on, dude. Did that thing see me? Did you see me? Are you coming for me? Do you know I'm here? No, you don't know I'm here. Yes, you do know I'm here. You bastard! These things! You guys! Jesus Christ. Have mercy. Have mercy on Sebastian's soul. You know, this is a fantastic opportunity to drink some coffee. These coffee pots, I don't know if I mentioned it before, because it's been, you know, 2 years since I started doing this guide. But the coffee pots do refill after a while, so, you know, they are kind of consumable resources. Now, let's see if these idiots have gone back to their original positions, because that would be really nice for them to have done that. Yeah. Well, there's idiot number 1. I don't know about idiot number 2. Idiot number 2 is probably going to, you know, make my life misery. Oh, you flamey bastard. Yep. I thought he turned that way. I'm hesitant. I don't want him to flame. Are you serious? Are you serious? I don't know what is wrong with this game right now. It is punishing me for something I did in a previous life. Hey, look, here's an herb. Let's take that. The most ridiculous nonsense that I have ever seen. Really? God almighty! Dude! Do you realize that I'm trying to record a guide right now? Like, do you know? Do you know that I'm trying to record a guide for YouTube? Like, is it your purpose in life to make things hellacious? You know, you just go behind the guy and you stab them in the back when they're not on fire. It isn't that hard. I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I do not know. But I do know that if I get up behind him right now, he's gonna go flamey, but I don't even care because I'm so tired of looking at his backside that, you know, I was willing to risk it. And then here's this guy over here who looks like he's he looks like he's doing something that I don't want to say on YouTube. But he was very kindly waiting for me to stab him in the back of the head. Y'all. Okay. So, not that bad. Not that bad. If you give this car a little bit of a wider berth, that won't happen to you. And you can just come over here and kill that guy, and everything will be fine, and your day will not be ruined, and, you know, everything will be good. So, we're going to come over here, and we're going to take our anger out on some crates that give us nothing because they're mean and awful. But we get some stuff out of that. Come up here, and these crates probably don't have anything in them, but, you know, I'm going to say that, and then they're going to give me weapon parts. Usually it's the opposite. Usually those crates that I busted open that had nothing have stuff in them, and those don't. But, you know, just to prove me wrong yet again, the game put them in those. So, you want to try both of them. And then we're gonna come over here and grab some herbs. Because you can never have too many healing items. Hop over this log. And we are going to head into these red train cars. So, in this one, we come in here and there is a pouch right here. So, this is going to be shotgun pouch number 4. All of our shotgun pouch upgrades have now been collected. And then I think this is a bottle. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I head out the other side over here. And go down this one. There isn't anything of super great note in here. There might not be anything in there at all. Nope. Okay. So now, our second harbinger. And I'm actually gonna, there's probably gonna be a cut right here because you see the harbinger up here. What I'm going to do is, since I grabbed a couple of things and that was so irritating. Oh, let me get these boxes first. I'm going to grab these items from these boxes. And then I'm going to head back and I'm going to make myself a save back in the save room. And then I'm going to come back and kill that guy. So I will see you in a second. Alright, so here we are, guys. So as fun as it would be to go back and record that over again and get it perfect for you, you know, sometimes it's fun to leave in the little mistakes, you know? At least that's what I tell myself. Sometimes I think it's fun, because that gives you guys something to, like, laugh at. When the game is frustrating you, you can come and watch Dormouse fail to get away from everybody. Look at this. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Here I am, dicking around. Getting caught by this noodle. Go back to your path. So this guy does a loop around the gas station there. Or might I rather say a loop through the gas station there. So he goes inside. And he does a flame inside. He does a couple of flames inside. Golly Moses. You did? You did? You lost him? Did you? I was 5 feet away from you. But I'll take it. You know, I will take it. I will take it and I will punish you for it.
Will be cleansed.
Oh shit. Not that way. Oh boy. Oh boy. Sebastian, you need to do some push-ups. says, well, Dormouse, you need to give me some upgrades to my stamina. Alright. You have once again gotten away from this loser. It's running. Running too close to the diner alerts him. But you can run out and lose him. And when you do, you can punish him. Oh. Yep. He doesn't know where we are. He's lost. It kills me that these things take 6 stabs. 6!
Will be cleansed. You cannot escape
What are you
us.
doing?
You do not heed his call.
6! 6 stabs. And it might take less than that. Similar to the boss in Chapter 11. If you have some upgrades to your melee, that may make a difference in how many stabs it takes to get to the center of the Harbinger Tootsie Pop. That's a horrible analogy. Should never say things like that. But here we are. Alright, yeah. Blame on, buddy. Blame on. Was that 6? Or was that 5? That might have only been 5. He might have gotten hurt from something else randomly, but it should take 5 or 6 stabs. So anyway, it auto-saved for us again, and we're going to pick up his goop, and we're going to pick up his flamethrower. And that means that, or his flamethrower fuel tank, rather. And so that means that we now have enough parts to rebuild the flamethrower, and that is awesome, because that's going to be very useful later on. And indeed, it will be necessary for one of the achievements. So, now, we are going to come in here to this diner, and we're going to go into the bathroom, and we're going to look up into the corner, and here is your next statue with your next locker key, number 27. There it is. Ha ha ha. And we're going to come in. We're going to pick up some stuff, because you can never have enough stuff. But more importantly, we're going to make our way around to the Taproom. We have all the bottles we can carry. What? No more bottles? How is it possible? There is so much stuff. There is so much stuff littered throughout these levels, guys. I probably miss a ton of it. And I'm attempting to show you the vast majority of the things that I, know where they are. It's a bottle. We can't carry any more of those. I'm gonna reload. I do believe we got all of the gels out of this thing the last time we came through here, but, you know, it was worth trying again. So we're just making our way around the level here. Not too much to see in these sections over here. But there is a bunch of upgrade parts and things, which is good because we have lots of upgrades to purchase. That crate is not breakable. That makes me sad. But these crates are breakable. Ah! This guy's got some gel on there. Look at that gel. Give me that gel. So lots of little miscellaneous bits and bobs to pick up, and you know, you want to pick up as much stuff as you can, because the more things that you pick up now, the less you will have to pick up when you go through again. Although when you go back through here on your Let's Upgrade Everything playthrough, you're gonna be getting so many weapon parts and gel, because you get so much more of that stuff on the easier difficulties, which is what I will recommend you do for cleaning up that stuff. So, alright, now we have some more of my favorite enemies, the flamey bastards. Look at that. He thinks he knows where I am. But the joke was on him! Wahahaha. And me. Alright. Oop. I did not mean to get up on that car. What I meant to do was run around here. Here, let's get rid of that. See, it was on purpose. I needed to destroy that box. And see, this is what you want to do, though. You know, if you attract the attention of things that you don't want to, you know, you just run away. You don't panic. You don't sit there and try to shoot them 7,000 times, because they'll just, you know. Really, buddy? They'll just waste a bunch of your ammo. Jerk. You believe this guy? Can you believe this guy? Really? I can't get through these... Oh my goodness. Y'all, I have not made a guide in so long. It's so good. Now, where are you going? Which side are you going to come around on, buddy? What are you going to do? You going to go that way? Is it possible that I'm going to be able to get to your back before you go, you know, supernova again? No. No, it's not possible. Alright, move forward, bud. Gosh, you are fast, my man. You are a fast walker. And a flamey talker. He's getting back on his path now. He's excited. He's like, I'm almost back to where I'm supposed to be, and then I get stabbed in the back of the head. How could you do it, Sebastian? How could you do it? Alright, we're going to the Devil's Own Taproom. Don't go up any farther than this. I purposefully engaged these two people, and I looked like a shmoo who didn't know what I was doing. But in fact, I engaged these two dudes back here because I did not want to walk up any farther, because we got a bunch of those fat explodey guys, and you don't want to trigger them while you're trying to deal with those two flamey dudes. We're going to go into the Devil's Own Taproom. And we don't need to be sneaking around anymore because we're safe in here. I'm going to pick up some stuff. There are about 1 billion bottles, just in case you weren't full. You know, look at that. Bunch of weapon parts and stuff. And was there something there? No, it's just shiny trash. And our next locker key, number 28, in the back of the Devil's Own Taproom, in this spot where that painting was hanging in chapter 7. So, a number 28. Now, to take out said fat explodey zombie things. So now, I told you back in the other chapter that a harpoon bolt to the head will kill one of these guys, and that is still true. But you can also get around behind them and sneak kill them. You just want to be careful that if and when you do so, their friends are not going to spy you doing it. So, we want to get them on a good pattern. Come over here. Stabby stabby. In the flabby. And make sure that you haven't been spotted. Oh. Does he see me? Did he see me? I don't know if he saw me or if he was just like, oh, what was that? My friend is dead. So I'm just going to be safe. Oh, 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 oh. He's fat and he's coming. Okay. Yeah, well, he definitely saw me then. Is he in here? How'd you get in here? He got in here. Y'all. He got in here. Oh, this chapter has been a mess, hasn't it? But guess what? He can't get through that bar, apparently. Or he got triggered, you know, when he ran past me and exploded. So, you know, I guess that's one way to make that happen. Alright, so we have a third guy over here. And we might be able to kill him. We just might. Which way are you facing, my friend? Okay. You facing that way. Alright, good. Walk. Walk on, my friend. Walk on. And we're gonna get you. Okay. 3 tubbers down. So, you can use the harpoon bolts. You can sneak and stab them, just like that. Or, you know, you can run and make them blow up on themselves. You know, you can do that too. So, after grabbing those 250 weapon parts, so we are in this intersection where these 3 explodey guys were, and we're going to look up at the stoplights that are looking back toward the diner and shoot down that locker key. And that is number 29 of 32, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. So now we have another section where it's just some fun picking up some stuff. So, coming around here to the left, after that intersection, and then around in this alleyway to the left, we have a pouch for our newly acquired assault rifle. So that is assault rifle ammo pouch number 1. And we're just going to come around here and just make sure that we've got everything that this level has to offer. There's some boxes here you can break. And so you'll remember this area as the area where, you know, there were some of those saw blade people walking around. Those were fun. Good times. Reminisce on all the good times with Sebastian and the dying that might have happened. You know, hopefully that didn't happen for you. Hopefully my little walkthrough helped you out with those sections. Okay, that's so just an explodey barrel. But there's just, you know, there's lots of crates to break. And lots of stuff to pick up. And it's funny, you know, you see me, I'm going around, I'm picking up all this stuff. And, you know, there's that one thing that I'm going to miss that's going to be obvious, you know, that it was right over there, that shiny thing. You know, you could have gotten 5 extra weapon parts if you had just, you know, opened up your eyes and gone over here, and somebody will point it out. Somebody will point it out. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. So coming back to this intersection here, we're going to head to Sykes' safe house over here. So over there, that's where we are headed. And you just want to be careful because there is a harbinger up there in that area. So you just want to be careful. You just want to be careful. There he is. You hear him? Yeah. He's mean. We're coming over here to Sykes' safe house and gonna go in here and complete his side quest. So here he is.
Good. What's going on, Sykes? I'm sort of busy here.
Hey, you're the one who told me to call you before I left.
You found your back door.
Check it out.
Congrats. You'll have to show me how to use it if I need to get Lily out later.
Fair enough, but here's the deal. I'm gonna need you to help me get out of here first.
Help you? I don't know anything about how these computers work, Sykes.
That's not what I need help with. I hacked the servers to access a restricted area of STEM. There's a pod in there that I'm gonna use to get out of here. Problem is, the power's out. And there are a bunch of those things in there too. Damn collapse is affecting the deepest parts of STEM. You get the power back on and clear the place out for me, I can get the hell out of here.
Again, what's in it for me?
I'll show you how to use the pod before I go. How's that?
Okay. Worth a try, I guess.
Thanks, man. Call me when it's all clear.
Okay, so he just wants you to clear out a section of stem, and it's not a huge section, so not too much to worry about there. Just kind of a minor detour here for the end of this little side quest. But before we do that, actually gonna head in here for a second because we've got a fair amount of upgrade stuff at this point.
Relax, detective. How may I assist you? There's nothing wrong with being cautious, but you can't avoid fighting forever. Maybe you should think about adding some combat skills.
Okay, so finally we have enough green gel to buy this synaptic focus, which is really nice and comes in handy, particularly on some of the boss encounters and larger encounters that you're going to have. So this is definitely worth getting. It's not required, it's not mandatory that you get this, but it's a nice upgrade that will help you through some of the tougher sections during the later part of this game. And so I'm going to recommend getting it. I've been saving up the green gel for quite some time now, and so I'm going to purchase that. So you press Y while you're aiming to concentrate and slow down time. Press Y again to end the effect, and it consumes stamina while active. So just be aware of that it is consuming your stamina, so you don't want to use too much of it if you're going to run out. So that is that one. And so this is what I was talking about. The brawler upgrades, melee attacks, including attacks with weapons like knives and axes, do more damage. So I think if you had these upgrades, it may take fewer stabs to kill the boss in Chapter 11 and the Harbingers here in Chapter 13. So, just be aware of that. So let's see here. We have some more gel here. And I believe the next upgrades that I'm going to focus on getting is this firing stance and then bullet cascade. Because, again, this helps out with the final boss a lot, who is a damage sponge. And, some of the enemies here in the last few chapters of this game, and it increases damage with every consecutive shot that you have. So I'm gonna focus my next efforts on grabbing that. I think although this one is really good too, the quickly closing in on an enemy for a chance to sneak kill them, that's actually a really good upgrade as well. We don't have enough gel to purchase that right now, but that one is quite good. All of these things are useful, quick recovery. There's one that allows you to Yeah, this one's Second Chance. Automatically uses a medical syringe when you take fatal damage, so that's pretty helpful. The increase to your stamina is super good. So all of these upgrades are pretty useful, and obviously, you know, health is good. You know, if you have any semblance of an idea of what you're doing, as evidenced by me derping around this level, you don't necessarily take a ton of damage. And that's why I knew that, you know, I could get away with not doing these life upgrades. But if you find that you are struggling, you know, you're having trouble, or you don't want to, you know, have so many restarts, you can definitely put some of these upgrades into health if you want to. And then these Defiance ones can be really good when, you know, you just have that sliver of health left, you know, that you can sort of grit and bear it and come back. So, but I'm gonna save up for these this bullet cascade, I do believe. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab Firing Stance 1, and then we'll come back when we have a couple more 1000 green gel. So we'll do that. I'll come back here actually at the end of the level and grab the rest of the stuff out of the lockers. So I'm not going to do that right yet. I really just wanted to come in here and get that upgrade. But while I'm at it, we might as well increase some firepower in some things. So, most notably, our shotgun. So we now have a bunch more weapon parts. And I'm gonna go ahead and not gonna buy that because we don't have enough parts just yet. But I will grab that because we're gonna be using the shotgun a good bit at the end of this chapter. It's very helpful. I'm also gonna go ahead and upgrade its fire rate. In fact, I think I'm gonna fully upgrade the fire rate because there are a lot of enemies in the fire walk that you have to do toward the end, and so having some of these upgrades on this shotgun is quite useful. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay. There we go. Make a little safety save. So doing both of those things, again, like all of these upgrades and stuff are just recommendations. They are not necessary. You can get through this game without any upgrades if you want to. I mean, you can't get 100% of the achievements without getting upgrades because that's one of the achievements. But, you know, you don't necessarily have to get certain ones. That is not a requirement. These are all just suggestions to help you out with certain parts. And things that I found to be useful as I was playing through the game. So that is all that is. Here we go. We are going to head to the experimental wing of the Marrow and finish up.
Let's do this before I get cold feet.
This side quest. the last step and the last side quest, as a matter of fact. All right. Is that everything? Okay. So we're going to head down through here. And as Sykes said, we're going to have some people to contend with.
Looks abandoned. Spooky. Just gotta take care of whatever's down here and get the power back on.
Okay. Making sure there was nothing on those people, and there isn't. And I'm going to come through this vent. That gives me a nice little vantage on this guy right here. And the vents are a nice cheeky spot to go into if you get seen, to be able to get away from things. So if you need somewhere to hide that will be safe, a vent is a good option. Alright. Stab this guy. Stabby, stabby. And we're going to come up behind Mr. Hungry. Stab him. Did I grab the gel off of this guy? I don't know. Maybe he dropped gunpowder. I was like, wait a minute. Wait just a moment. Now, to save ourselves some grief, we can destroy a couple of these zombies before they are lost, before they get up. Okay. And we are out of harpoon bolts. So it costs 2 of these to make them. It only costs 1 if you make them in the weapons bench, but I did not do that. So it's going to cost me a little bit extra to make a couple more of these. But that's okay because we had 30. That's actually not a zombie. I'm gonna laugh very hard if there aren't any more of those bodies to do this on. Alright, so we got that person. Oh no. Oh no, we got another one. They're all over this place. That's the one that we pulled off of this body. This is the one that we stabbed, and he had an axe, so if you need a replacement axe, there's that one for you. Okay. Just trying to get as many of these folks as we can before we set off. Oh, and there's another axe, actually. That person had one. As many of these guys as we can before we set off this alarm here. Check it out. Oh boy. So that guy got up and gives us a good reason to showcase the vents. Our new best friend. Alright, the question is, can we get behind this guy without him seeing us? Yes, we can. That's good. So yeah, you shoot one, take out the other, use the vents. Alrighty. One more pass and then I think it is time to turn the power back on, y'all. I'm like, light? Could we have some? Is it possible? Now that things are dead, we might actually be able to see what we're doing in here. It's amazing. Okay. Alrighty. So we're going to put on the shotgun just in case, you know, there are more. Because, you know. Okay, so it's the first two and then the last one are the solutions for that particular puzzle. And then we're going to head into the lab here.
This is it then. Better call Sykes.
And that is going to be this mission.
Thanks, man. Wouldn't have been able to do it without you.
Are you sure this is gonna work?
No, but staying in here isn't gonna do me any good. Anything is worth a try at this point. Okay, it's all set. When you bring Lily back here, there's a timer right here. Turn it a quarter rotation, and then you just press this button. It'll give you 60 seconds to climb into the pod. You both should be able to fit in it together.
I don't know, Sykes. I got a bad feeling about this.
Look, man, I know what I'm doing, okay?
Maybe you should hold off on this. Help me find Lily. and then we can all find another way out of here.
I feel for you, man. I really do. But I'm doing the best thing I can do for you by getting this pod operational.
Okay, if you say so.
Wish me luck, Sebastian. Thanks, man. I left you something in there for helping me. I'm not gonna need it where I'm going. See you on the other side, Sebastian.
I sure hope so, Sykes.
He's gone. I wonder if it worked.
Alright, so that is the last step. Mission complete. And that is Sykes Out. Completed the last step side mission. So that had several parts across several chapters. And we are finally complete with that. And I really hope Sykes did make it out. I don't know whether it's confirmed that he made it or didn't make it, but I hope that he did. Because Sykes is cool. And not very many people make it out of this game alive. So, you know. It would be nice if he did. But we have a couple of things here to pick up after doing this mission. So we have Photographic Slide, number 10. And we have some shotgun shells and stuff. For our brand new handy dandy double-barreled shotgun. So this is a reward for completing this mission, and is one of the weapons that you need for Powerhouse. So we definitely want to pick that up.
Our attempt to use a STEM pod as an emergency exit port has been declared a failure. Despite a 25% success rate, the decision has been made to discontinue research. 1 in 4 test subjects made the trip back successfully. The other 3 simply ceased to be. We believe that the other 75% have been lost in an uncharted sublevel of STEM. A dream within a dream, from which there is no known way to return. Due to the number of unknown factors, the experiment has been abandoned.
25% chance of success. I'm not gonna risk Lily's life like that. Hope Sykes is out in the real world. 1 in 4 chance. Maybe he'll get lucky.
Maybe he will. I hope he will. I hope he did. Okay. Just scouring this place because, you know, I don't think there's anything else in there. All right. So yeah, hopefully you were able to take out all of the people there and, you know, not have to deal with anybody coming after you. But if you weren't, the shotgun knockdown, stomp their face combination works pretty well. One final look for any goodies. I am such a hoarder, it's ridiculous. We're gonna head back here and gonna look around and see that there is a note here that wasn't here before, and this should be file number 37. Message from Sykes. So one more reason why I hope I hope he made it. There's not a good chance, but I hope that he made it. And now we're going to head back into this save room for another achievement that we're going to unlock here, actually. So you should have 10 out of 11 photographic slides. And we are now going to make sure that we look at them all. So he's going to reminisce about these last few that we've picked up over the past little while. Because we want to talk to Kidman about all of them. So you see, we did these 5 earlier, and we're going to do these last 5 now. And then our trusty kitty cat is going to lead us to the last photographic slide, which is pretty awesome. So we're just going to listen to Kidman talk, and feel free to skip this if you want to. But we're going to listen to Kidman talk about, and Sebastian talk about all these slides, and then we're going to follow Mr. Kitty Kitty.
Hey, Kidman.
What's up, Sebastian?
I was thinking about our first case together.
You mean back at KCPD? That pawn shop robbery?
You broke that case all on your own. I was impressed.
That was all thanks to you. You took me under your wing and showed me the ropes. Treated me like an equal. Wish I had a mentor like you when I was younger.
I wanted to help you become one of the best. But the whole time you were really working for them.
Someone wanted me in there to keep an eye on you. To make sure KCPD weren't onto us.
Too bad. You could have been a great cop.
I'm not so sure about that. The personnel report you read when I joined KCPD was falsified. I spent most of my youth in juvenile detention. By the time Mobius found me, it was either join them or rot in jail. Not a hard choice to make for someone just out of their teens.
I don't even know you, do I?
I've been in Mobius for so long. I'm not sure if I know myself half the time.
Something tells me the rebel in you is never too far behind. Kidman, it's me.
Read you loud and clear, Sebastian.
Mobius. A name. That was all I had to go on. Every avenue I pursued led to a dead end. And now I find out that they're everywhere. Hidden in plain sight. I don't understand how.
I told you before. You don't find Mobius unless they want you to. They've been around for a long, long time. They know what they're doing. We knew you were looking. We were watching you. And we were able to stop you every time you got too close.
Why? Why do they do this?
People need leadership.
People choose leaders. What Mobius wants to do isn't leadership. It's imprisonment. They know this. If they own all the media and politicians already, they should be out in the open. They hide in the shadows because they know what they're doing is evil. If people knew the truth, they'd burn Mobius to the ground.
Maybe you're right. But if people ever did find out the truth, who would believe them?
Yeah. The easiest way to hide a conspiracy is to make people think there's no such thing as a conspiracy. Kidman, come in.
I'm here, Sebastian. What's up?
Ever get the feeling you don't know what's real anymore?
More than most people. Although probably not as much as you.
The first time I was inside STEM, I didn't know I was in it. Even when I got out, I was never totally sure that I'd ever left. And when I tried to explain what happened...
People told you you were crazy.
Of course. If someone came to me with my story, I'd have them committed for their own protection.
I know. I'm with Mobius, and it still still took me a while to adjust after Beacon. It was like living in a perpetual state of deja vu. Sometimes I still get a little confused.
And that's why you stayed out this time?
I don't ever want to go back into STEM again if I can avoid it.
Consider yourself lucky. Union is like having deja vu in the middle of a dream about deja vu. I hope I can make it out of here with my mind intact.
I just hope you make it out of there, period. I'm not sure anyone gets out with their mind completely intact. STEM marks you in ways that I think no one's aware of yet.
Kidman.
Yes, Sebastian? What are you thinking about?
Lily. Everything that's happening in here is because of her. Everyone wants her. Like she's just some object to be owned. She's the real victim here. Poor thing doesn't know what it's like to live a normal life. All these years with Mobius have probably destroyed her innocence.
She's still a sweet little girl.
I hope so. Her youth was stolen from her. She didn't get a chance to go to school, to have friends. All the birthdays and holidays she missed. It's heartbreaking to think of what she's been through. Lily was always so precocious, so smart, and observant. She had this way of looking at you, where you knew that she understood you. Not just what you were saying, but what you were feeling too. I always knew she was special. But I thought it was just because she was my daughter.
Lily is special. She was found because of her off-the-chart scores on her standardized tests.
I keep referring to her in the past tense. It still doesn't seem real to me that she's alive. And in here.
She is. But you've got to save her before you can start to rebuild your relationship. I'm here to help. Just let me know what I can do for you.
You around, Kidman?
For you? Always.
STEM. This is twice now it's failed. A machine that puts you inside other people's heads? Who decided it was something anyone needed? I don't want to know what's in another person's head. I learned that the last time.
Ruvik developed it for his own twisted reasons. But Mobius saw potential in the technology.
Potential to enslave everybody, you mean?
Better than having it in the hands of a psycho.
I don't know about that. Don't tell me you buy into that whole unifying mankind thing.
Who knows what Ruvik would have done if you hadn't stopped him.
Ruvik or Mobius. Either way, nobody should have their hands on this technology. It's too powerful. And power tends to get abused.
All right. So that is all 10. And then
No
kitty
goodies for me
kitty.
this time, huh?
Oh no, this kitty's got a goodie for us. Look at this cute little munchkin.
What is it? You want me to follow you?
Look at this little kitty cat. We're gonna follow the kitty, and then he's gonna go this way. And look, the kitty found us something.
You want me to sit in the chair?
Congratulations, Sebastian. You've almost completed the inner journey that you began so long ago. You have faced down your own demons. You have risked great harm to emerge triumphant. But there is still a memory that you've refused to confront.
What do you mean?
Here, this will help you.
All right, and here's our last photographic slide, number 11. And we're gonna head back to the projector and play it. Hey kitty, thanks for getting us our last collectible. You're a good kitty, yes you are. Look at that
Go
kitty.
on.
He's so cute. I love that kitty. All right.
Joseph. My partner. My friend.
Sebastian? Calling back so soon. What's up?
After all this time, there's something we've never talked about.
Sounds ominous. What is it?
Not what. Who? Joseph.
Right. I know that you respected Joseph and that he felt the same way towards you.
I never had the opportunity to make amends about that. Things were confusing after Beacon. I should have tried to get answers about what happened. I mean, I know what happened. Don't worry, I can't fault you for what you did. But I still blame myself for his death.
You don't have to do that, Sebastian.
Why not? You'd prefer that I blame you? You're the one who actually killed him.
No, I didn't.
I saw you shoot him, Kidman.
I know you did, but
But what?
Joseph isn't dead.
What? Are you... No. It can't. What happened to him? Where is he?
That's a long story, and a conversation for another time, when we're both safe. Just know that you don't have to blame yourself for his death anymore. I've got to go, Sebastian. Let's finish this and we can talk later.
Yeah. You bet we're gonna talk later.
All right. So that is chatting with Kidman. Talked to Kidman about all of the photographic slides. And our next long collectible achievement done.
Thanks, Kitty.
And a bunch of green gel from Kitty. Thanks, Kitty. You're such a good kitty. Alright. So, I am gonna make a little save. And carry on here. So not too much more of this chapter to go, although one very irritating section at the end of it. But first we have a couple more things to take care of. So after coming out of there, we have couple of these filamy dudes. Of course he saw me. Just gonna head back in here and reset. So we have several of these flamey guys and an explodey dude there in the back. And we should be able to sneak kill these dudes. One way or the other, we should be able to sneak kill these guys. If his flame will go out. And again, it's with these guys, it's kind of just like the area over before the intersection. You just want to be careful that you don't get them in the back of this area here, because you don't want to attract the attention of Explodey Guy. So sometimes they get on a pattern where it's kind of difficult to get them without alerting a different one. But that's okay. We take them out one by one. We lose them. And again, the Explodey Guy is the one that you want to beware of, because he's the one that can put the most hurting on you. So if you end up inadvertently alerting him, you know, just back it on up. Here's a question for the folks at home. What happened to that third fire guy? Did this guy, like, run over him? He was there. He was there half a second ago. And now he's not. So that's fun. Oh, there he is. Aw, you don't see me, bud. Of course you saw me. Why wouldn't you see me? How could I expect anything but for you to see me? That's just how this chapter has gone thus far. He must have gone way over there down that other alley. You take care of them. Sneaky sneak 'em. Take care of Explodey Guy. Roll over that hood of that car like a boss. Okay. Calm down, Sebastian. You aren't that impressive. And then you're gonna check out this body right here. for another ammo pouch. And this one is the third and final sniper rifle ammo pouch. Alright. Now, we're going to lurk around these corners here and grab a couple more things. Before finishing up this chapter. So here is a harbinger, and we want to be careful of him because he can be quite rude. All right. We're headed over here to this pile of debris for another statue and locker key. So that is going to be locker key number 30. And then we can kind of come around this way back to Sykes's place. And make another little lap here in a little bit more safety, because walking back through that area, anytime that you're near those harbingers, you have the opportunity to tip them off or for them to see you, and they're just unpleasant fellows, so we'd rather not. We would rather not. Okay, so coming around here behind the Sanctuary Hotel, we have some weapon parts, and we have another ammo pouch. So this is the second assault rifle ammo pouch. And we're going to grab right there. And then we're going to get spotted by that guy, because of course he heard us running, because he's evil. We're just going to come right over here and head straight on into the Sanctuary Hotel, where we have a little bit of a cutscene.
Hotel's clear, Hoffman. Are you done with your tweaks?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Okay, I'm sending you the coordinates.
Well, here it is.
What is it?
It's a portable field stabilizer. O'Neill must have been working on it before Theodore changed him. It creates a small area of stabilization that should keep the fire away.
How small?
Its circumference is about as big as a safe house.
Big enough to protect me. Good. How's it work?
That's the tough part. It's a prototype, so it's a little temperamental. I have to operate it. Last thing you want is for it to go on the fritz while you're in a wall of flame.
I can't let you do that. It's too dangerous.
So is staying here if you can't get inside. Besides, I'm sick of hiding. The only way we're gonna get through this is if we work together. It's the only way to save Lily. And what if you need emergency psychoanalysis? Who's gonna help you then?
You know just what to say to convince me, Hoffman.
Of course I do. I'm the team psychologist.
That you are.
You might want to prepare for this. Let me know when you're ready to go.
Alright, so we're not going to be ready to go just yet. First we have, of course, some things to pick up, and stuff to collect, and upgrades to grab, and all sorts of things. So in the bag there is Hoffman's journal. That is file number 38. Then there may be some more stuff in these vending machines. It's possible. So, oh look, that's burned up skull or something. That's great. Yeah, I think that one's empty. Okay. And we are going to come around here behind the desk here at the hotel. And there's going to be a suspiciously familiar looking mug. And I know that there are those of you who saw my guide on this game. So this is one of my favorite little collectibles right here. The mysterious mug. That is a pretty cool mug. I want to get me a mug like that. I'm gonna have to get me one of those prey mugs. Those are pretty cool. So they give you the opportunity to go to the save room right now, and I would definitely recommend doing that because this next section is pretty difficult. So we're gonna go in here, see if there's any more upgrades we want to purchase. So let's see. Possible. Those are probably our best bets right there. Just want to check out a couple of other things though. We could upgrade our shock bolts if we wanted to. We could also upgrade our explosive bolts. Like, these are things that you definitely want to do. And so I think rather than upgrading my shotgun anymore, I'm going to go ahead and grab a couple of upgrades for my shock bolts and explosive bolts. Just because those are things that are going to come in handy later as well. So that's what we're gonna do. And we have a little bit more gel, not quite enough for that bullet cascade, but we can get the next to last upgrade before that. And we can also unlock these lockers. Well, in fact, let's unlock the lockers first. So we have some harpoon bolts in there. You know, that could have been nice to have. Okay, we're full on those. I'm going to go ahead and grab these harpoon bolts. Going to go ahead and grab those shotgun shells. Gonna go ahead and grab those sniper rifle bullets. I'm gonna leave the red gel there once again, just because that is something that you may or may not have. And there's some explosive bolts. We'll take them. There's some green gel, so that is pretty nice. Some more shotgun shells. Those are assault rifle cartridges. And some more gel. So that's excellent, actually. So that leaves a couple of lockers left, but gives us actually enough gel to do our upgrades here. So I am going to go ahead and do that. So grab firing stance number 2. use one of those red gels to unlock the upgrade path and grab Bullet Cascade. So for a set amount of time, shooting damage is increased with each consecutive shot that successfully hits an enemy. The effect ends when a shot misses or when time runs out. So a really good upgrade for some of your later enemies. I would definitely recommend. So we've got another 10,000 here. You know, I'm not really worried about that. Do not quite have enough for that. But I will go ahead and grab low profile number 3. Just to be a little bit sneakier. The stealth upgrades are super helpful if you're trying to get through the game like we have been without expending too much ammunition and getting yourself into some hairy spots. And I have a little bit more here. Stamina. Stamina versus health. I do believe. I do believe I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit into my health bar. But really, it's not, you know, one of those is like 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I would recommend the one that freezes time and the bullet cascade and the stealth. You know, those are some good ones, but okay. So one last thing to do before heading into this thing is making sure that you are pretty stocked on stuff. So we're going to make some smoke bolts. Gonna make a couple of explosive bolts and a couple of shock bolts. And this is just because it is way cheaper to, well, it's not, maybe it's not way cheaper. It's cheaper on your resources to create these in this menu at the weapons bench here than it is to do it on the fly, because it costs basically double of each of your special components. So the fuses and the smoke powder and the nails and all that stuff, it'll take more of them if you're going to make it on the fly. We can also repair our flamethrower and get that ready to go for the next chapter. So putting together those pieces that we picked up from the 2 Harbinger enemies and the boss from the end of chapter 11. Alright, so with all of that done, we're going to head back out here, and I'm gonna go ahead and change my bolt to smoke bolts. And we're going to speak with Hoffman. I couldn't see her for a second. So much glare. Alright.
Are you ready, Sebastian?
Yeah, we're as ready as we're ever going to be. So this next section is difficult. It possibly is the most difficult sequence of the game. it's definitely the one that gives you pause when you're on classic mode, but we're not on classic mode right now, so we do get a checkpoint in the middle of it, so rejoice for that. There's going to be a section where we're walking through fire with Hoffman. Look at this behind me in the cutscene. That's that Harbinger outside flaming with his flamethrower. That's funny. I've never seen that happen before, but it's like the world does, I guess, move on even when you're in these quote-unquote cutscenes. So, anyway, we are in a section where we're walking along with Hoffman. There's fire all around us, and she's got this machine that's sort of warding off the fire. And we're going to have waves of enemies coming from the front and the back, and they're all on fire, and everything around you is on fire. And it's just really, it's hard to kind of get your bearings in there if you aren't prepared for what's going to happen. So that's why I'm kind of prefacing it right now, talking about it. So basically, I'm going to use my pistol at the beginning. Then when shit hits the fan, I'm going to use my shotgun to knock enemies down and stomp on their heads. And I'm going to use smoke to stun them and try to get some kills in that way. So that's the plan for how I'm going to handle this section. It's a little bit chaotic. You know, you can know what's going to happen, and it still is tough to pull off. So I'm going to do my best to give you guys a nice clean run so that you can see what's happening and what to do. So,
All right, Hoffman. Let's do this.
Okay. Lead the way. I'll have to carry and operate it from here. It should protect us from the fire, but it won't stop those things in there from trying to kill us.
Don't worry, I'll take care of them.
Here goes nothing.
okay. So here we go. Well, I don't have control just yet.
It's working! Just make sure to stay inside the dome. Come on!
Alright, so now I have control. And you see she's got ammo here.
What's coming through?
I got him!
Okay, so you look for one up front. And then after a minute, you just want to keep walking back with her.
Another one!
Pick that
Watch
up.
your back, Hoffman!
Because why
That's
not?
what you're here for!
And then there's one behind. And I'm just trying to take them out with regular pistol bullets for the moment because I can replenish them really easily. Then there's another one from behind. And then there's going to be two coming from up front.
More ammo in my pouch. Take it.
Okay. And then we're going to be looking for...
It seems a lot longer once you're in it.
He wants to keep us out! Good! That means he's afraid.
kind of a reverse pattern for the next one. It's kind of one up front, one behind, one up front, one behind. Shotgun
Don't
shells.
stop now! We're almost there!
Hold on. There's something wrong with the stabilizer.
Can you fix it?
I'm working on it.
Alright.
My back.
This one's probably gonna be coming too fast. Alright, that was one up front, one behind. Here's the second one from up front. And then here's the other one from behind. Yeah, attack her. Okay. Now we're gonna pick up some stuff. Replenish.
was close.
I told you it was temperamental!
And then we're getting a checkpoint. Alright, so after your checkpoint, there's a Mobius crate here in which you can get a freeze bolts and a smoke bolts. And then I'm going to put on my explosive bolts because there's going to be some guys up here. Then I'm going to try to lay down some traps. So, first one should be getting up. Right there. If he does what he's supposed to do, he'll blow up and die. And we've got one coming for us right there. And he's going to blow up and die. And then this guy right here. I'm going to clean up with the shotgun just so that I have some time. Alright. This guy, I'm going to spend 17,000 handgun bullets trying to kill. And then second guy from behind. Okay. Now,
Hoffman, what's happening?
I've got smoke bolts on, and I'm gonna pop one right there.
Hot here.
Because we've got lots of dudes. Okay. And you just want to be doing circles there until you get the cutscene. And that is Firewalk.
I got it!
We gotta go. Now. Run! Almost there! Hoffman!
Let's go! There's Lily!
Hoffman, no! I'm sorry, Yukiko. I'll make him pay. I promise.
Alright, so there is Firewalk with me. Make it inside the enemy stronghold.
I'm the only one left, but he's not gonna stop me.
So that is the kind of difficult end of chapter 13. Don't worry, guys. That was the last long one. And there was a lot of random things that happened in that playthrough there. But nothing that you cannot deal with. Sometimes things will see you when it seems like they shouldn't. Sometimes, they just won't do what you're expecting them to do. But if you follow the path, you will grab all of the collectibles, all of the things that we need, be able to take care of those harbingers without expending any ammunition on them, which is great, and be well on your way to completing this game, and at least completing your first playthrough of it. I know that that firewalk section is difficult, particularly on this difficulty, but you can do it. It's not too bad once you kind of know the spawn points. Just in case, you didn't see it in the footage, you kind of have a wave of 1 in front, then 2 come from behind you, then you have 2 coming from in front of you, then you kind of have an alternation where it's like 1 in front, 1 behind, 1 in front, 1 behind, and then you have your checkpoint there in the middle. And then you have the section where I use the explosive bolts, so that one you have 3 in front and 2 coming from behind, but they spawn kind of in a staggered pattern, and if you don't take care of them quickly, it bleeds over into the phase where the machine is malfunctioning again, and you kind of have things coming from all around. I think they start behind you, and then there's some in front of you, and it gets a little bit hectic, but basically you want to be putting down a smoke trap or a shock trap to try to take control of that area, and then once you have it cleared, just be doing circles, looking in front and behind you to make sure that you don't miss anybody. So the shotgun puts them down pretty good. That's why we put some upgrades into it, and it makes this section a lot easier when you're doing it on this difficulty, when you can upgrade your weapons and stuff, than when you're doing it in classic mode where you can't. So it makes those waves a lot clearer to see what's happening and what's going on when you can just put the enemies down really fast. So there you go. That is chapter 13. I hope that it was helpful to you guys, and I hope that you enjoyed the commentary. It was a weird one, I think, but we made it through. We got all the things we needed to get, and we're going to be heading into chapter 14. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you there.